Alrighty, everybody, we're back on the post-game coverage show of the Foul Ball Podcast for the Elon University Phoenix. So, we're going to keep this brief, simple, and straight to the point because we got some errands to run right after this, some things to attend to. So, give you the basic rundown of what happened in the game today. Like I said during the pregame show anyway, that today was essentially a hot summer day because on the way back, my car basically hit 80 degrees. So it felt like it was the middle of May rather than beginning of November. And so, Elon was ranked within the top 25 system again going into today's game, which is awesome because of what happened last week against the University of Delaware. And so the win today officially confirmed the complete undefeated season at home. So that means Elon is 5-0 at home for the first time since 1997. Today's win officially set a Rhodes Stadium record with Elon's 6th consecutive home win. So they had a game that was won at Rhodes Stadium last season was transferred over to this season, making the first time ever that Elon won 6 in a row at home. Today's win gave Elon a 2-1 edge in the all-time series with the University of Albany against the Great Danes. This season was the first 7-win season since 2017, and today officially guaranteed a back-to-back winning record in the CAA football play. Villanova, in fact, is the only other team that can finish with winning records in CAA football action in 2021 and 2022. So we're in good company, and we set a good standard to follow. Before today's game, Elon recovered 11 fumbles in 9 games during the 2022 season, tied with Morehead State. Again, before the game, more so last week, as I already alluded to, kicker Skylar Davis broke the school record with a 53-yard field goal in the fourth quarter against Delaware. And today's win, like I said, set a 6th straight winning game at home, which set a new stadium record. All right, so if we go into some quarter breakdowns here, very briefly, again, I don't want to take up too much time by any means whatsoever. First quarter, at the end of the first quarter, the score was 7-0 with 6 first downs going over to Elon, 5 first downs that were obtained by UAlbany. First quarter was good in terms of penalties. Elon didn't have any penalties for any yards, and the University of Albany had one penalty for 15 yards. Possession time, we're going to see a theme with this. Possession time was 7 minutes and 18 seconds for University of Albany. Elon was 7 minutes and 22 seconds. Third down conversions, 1 for 3 for UA, and 2 for 3 rather for Elon. So they had a tiny bit more advantage in the possession of time and better conversion rates for third down. And so to move on from that, second quarter was a different story. So as I already mentioned, before we go into the second quarter, by the way, overall game notes that I had just as a pre-screening memento here. Hillman set a record for 8 forced fumbles, which is good. And then the kicker, Skylar, had 5 kicks that has been 50-plus yards. He got another kick today. And within the conference, there are 19 total. So he had 5 kicks for over 50 yards. Total, there are 19 in the conference. And so he's on the right track. As I said a second ago, second quarter was a bit of a different story. 24-3 was the score in the second quarter, but at the end of the second quarter. So big adjustment on offense. But here's what's interesting. Both teams had 11 first downs. University of Albany had 76 passing yards. That's what they net. Elon net 75 yards. Penalties for yards. Both were 1 penalty for a yard. That's interesting. Possession time was in favor of the University of Albany for 16 minutes and 18... Wait, no, hold on. I was looking at fumbles. Never mind. So penalty yards was a different story. University of Albany had 4 penalties for 35 yards. In the second quarter, Elon had 5 penalties for 50 yards. Possession time goes to University of Albany for 16 minutes and 18 seconds, and Elon had 13 minutes and 32 seconds. Third down conversions, University of Albany at this point was 4 for 10. At this point, Elon was 3 for 6 rather. At this point, on the receiving end of things, Jackson Parham had about 56 yards. For the rushing side of things, Jalen Hampton had a net of 32 yards. Third quarter. Let's move on to the handy-dandy third quarter, huh? Let's do it. The score at the end of the third quarter was still 3-24 in favor of Elon. First downs were in favor of the University of Albany. They had 19, Elon had 14. At this point, University of Albany had 34 rushing opportunities for 45 yards, whereas Elon had 19 opportunities for 113 yards. Their net passing yards for University of Albany were 114, and Elon net 106 passing yards. And I know a lot of times we mentioned how the penalties were going to be a big factor in no matter what kind of game we play. And it's proven up to that point. Penalties for yards. University of Albany had 6 penalties for 60 yards. Elon had 7 for 70. Not good. Possession of time was wildly in favor of University of Albany because they had the ball for 27 minutes and 2 seconds at this point, and Elon had it for 17 minutes and 58 seconds. And so let's move on to the fourth quarter, where it officially paints the entirety of the picture. The score was 3-27 as the final. 3-27. Isn't that something? Which, fun fact, is the second time we had a score of 27 for 2 weeks in a row. And to move on from that, first downs, University of Albany had 22. We had 19. Rushes and yards for the net yardages. Okay, that's the big thing, is the net. We had 39 opportunities for 49. University of Albany had 39 opportunities for 49 yards. Elon had 32 for 170. They had 161 yards net worth of passing, and Elon had 132. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over again. So Elon had 10 penalties for 90 yards, only controlled the ball for 29 minutes and 16 seconds, and University of Albany controlled it for 30 minutes and 44 seconds. And so, all right, so we're going to keep it somewhat brief here. That's the game, essentially. That's the basic rundown of what happened. Good job offensively. They didn't really control the ball as much as I wanted them to, but essentially they did put up 27 points. So I guess I had to kind of do some trading back and forth, which is fine. So that was game today. Final 27-3 on the road next week. And we will, in fact, report the game not on the road, but we will still report on the game. So we'll catch you all then.